That belongs in a museum.
To draw, but the rat has these options, but it does happen sometimes that you draw too much ramp and can never actually get anything going with the mana. It can be a bit difficult. Nourish obviously helps because you can just use it to cycle instead, but sometimes you can go into like wild growth, innovate.
Yep.
You're like, I have nothing to play except for more ramp, but I think with double nourish the rat should be okay.
Yeah, I mean this hand also just calls for it, right? I mean it's
Oh yeah, it's definitely the line you have to take regardless.
Oh, did he just not what? Oh, that's interesting because he thinks that okay. So he preserved the coin to
What does the coin get him to though?
yeah, I'm also curious.
Because if he wild, because you're gonna, or at least you would have initially presumed the wild growth hits this turn, right?
Yeah,
But then, then you can wild growth coin into nourish, but then the second wild growth becomes much less valuable and almost dead in your hand.
That's right.
Time.
That's right. I would have also. I was also a little bit surprised, but I mean it seemed to be still okay because he drew the innovate and he could play coin innovate into acceleration nourish into wild growth. So now he's quite accelerated.
But there's a Fandral on the board now.
I can handle it though, so that's fine.
So the rat gets to nourish for 3 cards here, but what the problem he's running into now is he can't answer the Drake. So now he's almost always going to be a minion behind unless he can do a big swing turn.
That's right.
And this is a real problem because you look at Odimian's hand, he can now either cash in on the fact that there's no minion being played and nourish himself to just say, okay, I'll just keep up in cards. Or he can just drop Sylvanas and say, well, can you deal with Drake and Sylvanas? Probably not.
Yeah,
and then nourish next turn. Odimian definitely is in the driving seat, I would say, in this match so far.
Oh yeah, I mean, we also know that if Odimian just goes ahead and just deploys the Sylvanas Windrunner on this very board, the red doesn't even have a way to hand the Sylvanas. He cannot deal the damage unless he also plays a dragon, but obviously you don't really want to play a dragon into Sylvanas, right?
Yeah.
So that's insane.
Yeah, and even if there was an answer, the answer will often take up most of the rat's turn.
Yeah,
and then you're like, okay, well, I'll just do something else this turn and then just constantly stay ahead. Odimian just go for the nourish, though. Try and just keep up in the card count and now slightly get ahead himself and just say, well, I'm okay having effectively a free turn to cycle. And now I will continue again, but, oh yeah, Ragnaros going forward.
Okay. So Archegiant's still costing 10. That's also very interesting.
I like this. Just innovate Mali.
Yeah, I like
the
it very
Moonfire to kill a minion. This is becoming like just the tactic in the mirror.
Yeah.
To just play Mali, clear off with your burst damage, so to speak, and then say, well, what do you do?
Yeah, absolutely love it. Yeah.
And especially because Odimian has the dream of having a swipe follow-up with Mali. So your opponent can play whatever the hell they want, and then you just go swipe.
Yeah,
and he's dead.
absolutely.
You know, and you're like, great.
Absolutely. I mean, the red already realized that this match just slips away. Since he also doesn't have any kind of way to address this Maligos here.
And look, wild growth.
Turn 9.
Still in the hand and effectively a dead card because of the line the rat took a little bit earlier in the game. So, you know, it's don't know how much of an impact it would have made doing the slightly different curve there. Just utilizing the additional card, but still.
Yeah, I would have also liked it turn 1, but yeah, I guess the red definitely had some things in his thoughts.
There's just no great answer here, is there?
So
Rag, hit Mali, and then deal with it next turn?
Yeah, but
hope to deal with it
next turn, right? You cannot even deal with it even
well, you have
if
as your Drake 2 damage Moonfire, hero power for 3, so he needs 1 more damage.
Okay, so Archegiant 2.
Okay. This is good.
Yeah, but even if it hits, I mean, it doesn't even hit, but even if.
And now...
Oh, this swipe. Oh my god.
Oh, it's so crazy.
Okay. But it's interesting, right? If the Ragnaros would have hit the Maligos, he could have now
changed,
cleared it. Yeah, I mean, even after losing 2 minions like this.
To be fair, if Ragnaros hit the Maligos, do you think Odimian's turn would have been different?
Yeah,
playing
probably.
The Sylvanas?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, it's like the backup plan. Right?
Yeah, definitely. So nourishing for additional spells, definitely like this one. It just that's lethal. Yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna be game in a 3-0 for Odimian versus the Rat. Great performance with the Druid there, and you've got to feel great. It's the last round of Swiss, and you finish up your Swiss portion of DreamHack with a 3-0 sweep over the Rat, who's a very accomplished player himself.
Oh yeah, he is, and as you said.